Ginger beer? Yeah, sure. Hey, listen, don't spill that. I'm not gonna spill it, come on!
No! It was on purpose.
I'm a professional.
Please, give it up for Hisham Kelati!
No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. No thank you. You can't tell, but I'm blushing. Thank you so much, guys. My name is Hisham. This is the nicest group of hostages I've ever met. Hello. Hello. Let's get right into this. I'm so excited. I literally went to Winners and bought this shirt like literally an hour and a half ago. And nothing will humble you like a comedian, because as I walked in, I'm like, Leonard, how do I look? He said I look like a dictator on vacation. And that hurt my feelings, okay? And he told me to do this. Throughout the years as a comedian, every time you smile or have a nice shirt, they will roast the shit out of you. So I literally went through all my old joke books and I found the 10 meanest things comedians have ever said to me. And here they are in no particular order. Number one, someone said I look like the brown guy from Super Troopers. First and only time I've ever had a mustache. Someone said I look like I got drafted last in the NBA. That hurt. This was actually kind of clever. Someone said I look like the smartest guy in an ESL class. That was good. That was good. That was a good one. That was a good one. This one actually also hurt my feelings. Someone said I look like a new immigrant taking improv classes to make friends. I didn't smile for a week, okay? Someone says my wardrobe can best be described as high school football coach. Also, just kind of like unparalleled to that, I did a sex positive comedy show, and the host said I look like I fuck like a kindergarten teacher. I still can't tell if that's good or not. One of the best ones I've ever had, someone said I look like a Muslim Mr. Potato Head. That was really good. And then literally, I did. I think it was the show was like it was 8 o'clock, and I went to a second. Someone just started. Literally, just you guys can hear this. Someone in the front row went, "He does look like a Muslim Mr. Potato Head." That joke hurt twice. I did that at like an 8 o'clock show, and then at a 10 o'clock show, like completely unprompted. Okay, I was still wearing the same T-shirt, I guess, but I went to a different show, and the host said I look like if Steve Harvey joined ISIS. That was a good one. Oh yeah, one was wardrobe related. Ever since I was a kid, I've always wanted like a really nice like black turtleneck, and I got one off of Shine. I even got like a nice chain, and I went to a comedy show, and this one is also Leonard. Leonard said I look like I taught Sharia law at Hogwarts. I burned it immediately, all right? That was it. Thank you guys so much. You guys, that's a good gauge to see. Yeah, thank you for clapping at my hurt feelings. Thank you so much. I'm a comedian. You can laugh. That's all right, let's just get into this. Joke number one. Again, I was nominated for a Juno. I am a professional. Joke number one. Anyone here work in an office? You have any office people? Any corporate people? Yeah. Couple of claps. This very nicely in the front just politely raised her hand. That is management. It's 100% management. I'm a Canadian comedian, so I make no money, okay? This is legally classified as volunteer work, okay? So I, having come from Ottawa, came to Toronto, bright-eyed to try to pursue my comedy career. I needed a job to help me pay for things like rent and drugs. So I work for a major bank in downtown Toronto that rhymes with CIBC. It's CIBC. I'm not supposed to tell you, it's CIBC. I work as a data analyst. It's just me and 8 dudes in sub-basement 3 doing Microsoft Excel for 7 hours a day. It's my entire job. And this was the best interview I've ever had. It was 30 seconds, okay? I'm having this painful intro with the HR lady. She's 100 years old. She's literally handwriting all my answers in little question in cursive, okay? Everyone who works for her is Gen Z. They're just gonna look at it and be like, did she have a stroke? Like, what's happening? Just hieroglyphics. And like she's still like midway through writing my name in cursive when my future boss literally storms into the room, points at me and goes, "Hey, are you any good at Microsoft Excel?" And I was like, "Am I good? I excel at it." hired immediately, all right? It was the entire day. I went upstairs and just started doing, just literally making formulas and graphs on Microsoft Excel. I absolutely love this job. And it is completely because of my boss. I absolutely love my boss. His name's Cameron Wu. He's a straight up gangster, okay? Imagine Wolf of Wall Street starring Jackie Chan. This guy is the single coolest human being I've ever seen. The entire 6 years I've worked there, he's only ever worn 3-piece Prada suits. On casual Fridays, he wears boat shoes, okay? And yes, he owns an actual boat. If you took a personality quiz, it would just say, this guy fucks, all right? It's the single coolest I've ever met. Everyone's just like, you really like your boss so much? He's really the coolest dude? I'm like, this is why he's my favorite person. A month into the job, I got hired in the fall. Christmas is rolling up, and I didn't know this. The entire team just gets a little Christmas bonus from HR. It's just an extra $200, just a little something to play with, little fun money. And I'm hanging out with my cubicle mate. He's a 68-year-old white land-owning boomer, okay? And I have to stress how white he is. For Secret Santa last year, he got me a 2-year subscription to the Globe and Mail, okay? Very white, very, very white. It's just me and this old boomer sharing a cubicle doing Microsoft Excel, and we're so excited. And he's just like, yeah. I'm like, Mitch, what are you going to spend your HR bonus on? He goes, I'm going to buy my daughter braces. It's like, Hisham, what are you going to spend yours on? I'm like, me? I'm going to spend it on more drugs. Right? It's a vicious circle. We are at different parts in our lives, okay? But literally a week before Christmas, we're waiting for a little email from HR, and we did get it. But it wasn't an e-transfer for $200. It was an excuse. It was 2 sentences. It just said, you will not be getting your Christmas bonuses this year, and I quote, because there isn't enough money in the budget, said the bank, okay? And we're so bummed the next day we went into work. We didn't even turn the lights on. We just did Microsoft Excel in the dark. Just control all of the cells. And we're just super bummed. And our boss, Cameron Wu, he's such a good dude. Apparently he saw all this. And he had a really angry call with HR. And we got a surprise meeting for literally 4:30, the last meeting slot, asking us to meet him on the 20th floor of the CIBC building at Yonge and Bloor. And it is the nice office, okay? This is the executive one. There's a gigantic all-white marble table someone for sure has snorted cocaine off of. And we all sit down. It's like the bougiest we've ever been, just nice leather seats. We're all taking selfies. And Mitch is laughing. This is the most fun he's ever had. And he goes, wouldn't it be hilarious if we all got fired? And we burst out laughing so hard, just as walking in, Cameron Wu, followed by the HR manager, and then trailing behind is the VP of sales. This guy's third in charge of all of CIBC. He's the B in CIBC, okay? And Mitch turns to me, his face is all red, he goes, we're getting fired! And the HR lady, she's all embarrassed. She's a little blushing. She walks up to the podium. She goes, gentlemen. We all yeah. She goes, your boss, Cameron Wu, was so disappointed you guys weren't going to get your Christmas bonus. He opted to split his manager's bonus with all of you instead. You guys are walking out here with a check for $950. And we lost our friggin' minds. We just started screaming, Ted! At the top of our lungs. It's the best friggin' Tuesday of our lives. The VP of sales is recording all of this. This is the most morale he's seen his entire life. And the HR manager starts handing out all the checks, and I forgot where I was. My mental walls fell down. And you have to understand, Cameron Wu is an older Asian man. He cannot handle affection, especially public affection, okay? He's blushing, his head's down. He's like a cat was a person. He can't handle it. We're all chanting his name, but I just, this guy got me so, that's rent and some really good drugs. I'm so pumped. I just go, Cameron! And he turns to look at me and I go, way to go, my nigga! It got so quiet. It was 10:30 on a Tuesday morning. It's too early for the N-bomb, okay? Everyone's frozen. like a T-Rex is in the room, except for the HR manager. She put the checks down and turned to look at me smiling, because this is everything she's trained for her entire life. Someone just screamed a tier 1 racial slur during an all-staff meeting, and when I tell you, she sprinted around that table, full Usain Bolt, 45-degree, and she gets in my face and she starts screaming at me about like diversity and multiculturalism. And we just did like DEI training the week before. Everyone's like, it's happening in real life! And people are on the verge of tears because this is a Canadian heritage moment in real life. Do you understand how beautiful this moment is? And she ends it with, and most importantly, Hisham, it is absolutely racist for you to say the N-word. I'm like, why is it racist for me to say the N-word? With her whole chest, she goes, because you're Indian! Fun fact about me, guys. I'm not Indian, I'm black. I am born in Africa black, okay? I am free-range, organic, factory-setting, Wakanda forever black, okay? When I tell you, I have never felt so powerful in my life. Because everything started connecting. I'm like, is that why she asked me to bring samosas to the potluck? And I felt like Thanos with the Infinity Gauntlet. I'm like, one snap and your LinkedIn profile is dust. But like most of you guys, I'm an old millennial. I'm 90% anxiety, okay? I don't know if I'm supposed to stand up and like defend myself or just take my $950 and like move on. And I'm like looking around. I'm looking around for some kind of validation. Everyone's giving me dirt. I'm looking around, and then I see my boss, Cameron Wu, freaking hair gleaming in the fluorescent lights, arms crossed, and he looks me dead in the eye, and he just nods and just goes, "Do it." So I saw the courage. I literally stopped. I'm like, listen, I've had this job like a month and a half. I'm about to like call it the HR manager. I'm like literally a little shaking. And this is how I know Mitch, my cubicle mate, it's a good dude. He literally put his hand over mine and just went, "You got this, bud." So I stand up, I'm like, ugh. Actually, I'm not Indian, I'm black and offended. Everyone's like, oh, advantage Hisham! And the VP of sales, who's been watching this entire lawsuit unfold in front of him, he's like, can we have a quick meeting outside, please, just the three of us? I'm like, okay. I walk out, I'm like in my brand new winter blazer from Winners. And the HR manager comes out, the VP of sales comes out, they're about to talk to me. But it was just like a movie, just like before the oak doors closed. I swear to God, there was mist on the floor, like a smoke machine from home. Just sliding out, just before those doors close, is my boss, Cameron Wu. He's like the Asian version of Prince. He's all like, literally as he's sliding in, as he's doing up his vest, he buttons up his jacket, he goes, Hisham, I want you to stand over here, I'm gonna go talk to these guys. I'm like, oh, okay. And he just walks over, he's like 5'4", 100 pounds soaking wet. He's freaking wagging his finger at them. And they're like 20 feet away, but I hear very aggressively them going, Cameron's like, hey, Aisha, come here. And like, again, Cameron's a really slick guy, and like he's trying to have like a nice chill moment with me. He's trying to put his arm around my shoulder, but like I'm a foot taller than him, so I kind of have to crouch a little. Just me and him having this like little rush hour moment and shit. And he goes, Hisham, I just had a little brainstorm session with the guys, and we mutually agreed that in order to help you heal from this racially charged moment, we are going to give you another $5,000. Long story short, please bank with CIBC. They're very pro-diversity if you back them into a corner. Joke number 2. and listen, I'll be honest, that HR manager, she has hated me ever since, okay? It's been 6 years. She has been straight up trying to destroy me, okay? And listen, I'll be honest. I've worked I'm 36. I've worked in a million office jobs, and consistently, HR is trash everywhere you go, okay? The entire purpose of HR is to classify, control, and crush the spirit of the workers. 100%, I'm saying this right now. If you work in HR, you would 100% been a slave owner. 100%, right now. I'm saying right now. It's Black History Month. I'm calling you out right now. And my HR manager is like cartoonishly evil. Like she's like if Cruella de Vil was from Buffalo. She's just a hateful person. One time she literally canceled Free Pizza Fridays. Yeah, I know. Because she took over the social committee, but because everyone hated her, they all quit. So it was just her. And she was in charge of running Free Pizza Fridays, and like she even got me to come in and like make the Excel sheet to keep track of everybody's pizza orders, but took all the credit because she's a witch. And instead of ordering the pizzas she should have, like some vegans, gluten-free, halal, kosher, meat lovers, vegetarian, pizzas as diverse as the workforce, she decided, instead, it would just be easier, because it was too hard, to order like 100 of her favorite pizzas, which were extra large, double sauce, black olives, no cheese. Yes, she is ISIS, yes. And instead of having like when people like walked in, looked, and just left, just like 100, and everyone come in, and they just didn't want any of this trauma pizza. And instead of having some self-awareness, she just canceled Free Pizza Fridays, okay? I need to tell you that story because I'm about to tell you something, and I remember you like me and you're on my side, okay? So as I mentioned before, this hateful person has just been after me for the last 6 or so years. She's been trying to destroy me professionally because I embarrassed her like that, but it hasn't worked to her advantage. For example, during lockdown, maybe some of the office people in the audience would know this, we got to work from home, which was amazing, okay? My commute, it's amazing. My commute went from a 45-minute subway ride to a 15-foot shuffle to the couch, okay? It was the dream. We didn't even have any meetings. We just sent emails. An hour-and-a-half meeting was just 2 emails. I'm like, this is the best. I hope COVID lasts forever. I didn't know, all right? But because HR manager Susan Ebert, yes, that is her real government name, Susan Ebert, Hebert, she's a monster. This is a safe space. No one's going to see this. Susan Ebert 049 on Instagram if you want to dox off the show. Because she's such a monster, sometime around when like Queen's Gambit was peaking, you remember that? She made it mandatory to have your cameras on for every single work meeting, okay? Again, yes, she is ISIS, 100%, okay? And everyone hated it because we went from not having to be on camera to having to get new shirts and new clothes, hair and makeup, finding that one corner of your house that doesn't suck to be your Zoom background forever, But I didn't want to do it. I don't have to be on to do meetings for this. I'm just doing Microsoft Excel. So I used my superpower. No one knows I'm a comedian at work, okay? To them, I'm just the personality hire, yeah? Someone's like, hey, Hisham, gotta have your camera on. Susan said so. It's for work morale. I'm like, I can't have my camera on. They're like, why? I'm like, because I'm having a bad hair day. Listen, at a real comedy show, you guys paid money for this, okay? That's a soft 3 out of 10 here, okay? That was the appropriate amount of laughs. Corporate office, CIBC. That is the most workplace appropriate joke. I am Russell Peters to these people. Do you get it? It's because he's bald! Ah! And they laugh because they haven't laughed since, Jean Chrétien was prime minister. And they just move on with their lives. Like, fuck, you don't have to put a camera on. And I coasted off that joke for like 2 years. And these people are devoid of any humor. I one time went to Cancun for vacation, and when I came back, they're like, did you have a good time? I'm like, yeah, I got a 10, but you can't tell. And like 3 people threw up laughing, okay? I went from Nutella back to caramel. They still made me do that joke at meetings. They just needed it, all right? So I can't, I'm having a bad hair, I'm having a bad hair, Again, I cussed on that joke for almost 2 years, until fall 2022. We were doing an all-staff meeting. HR was talking about the update to our benefits. I don't give a shit. I'm smoking a vape pen watching most of an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation. But I have it playing in the background. About halfway through, just from the darkness, all I hear is, Hisham! Hisham! And I'm so high, I stood up and went, Mama? Like I thought she was a ghost. And then I see that my laptop is lit up. And you guys have Zoom, you know that if someone's talking to you, your name pops up, and my name is literally in the middle. It's just like lit up on fire. I was I rushed over. I'm like, yeah. Yes, hello? Hello, yes, this is Hisham. Present. Fuck, I don't know. She goes, this is HR manager Susan Hebert. You're the only one without a camera on. Turn it on. I'm like, I can't, Susan. I'm having a bad hair day. I got 0 laughs, okay? This is a very tense, there's like 350 people on this Zoom call. They're like, what's happening right now? She goes, Hisham, I don't think you're funny. I order you to turn your camera on. Here's the thing, guys. I may come off as a good boy, but deep down, I'm a piece of shit. I'm 100% Slytherin to the core. And I was like, okay. And I did as I was ordered, and I turned my camera on, and I heard like 200 people go, because the camera turned on to reveal me completely shirtless, laughing like a chocolate Buddha, 2 Hershey chocolate chip nips, just burning holes in the screen. Because here's the thing, guys, I never had my camera on. I don't have to be wearing clothes to do Microsoft Excel. It's okay. I give the charity. Go fuck yourselves. I don't know why you guys are on my side. And Susan freaks out. She's blushing, she starts screaming. She goes, Hisham, you're at work. Put a shirt on. I'm like, actually, Susan, I'm at home doing work. And because the mics were still on, I heard 100 people go, ooh. And it's just 15 seconds of us just staring at one another. And she's the boss, so all of this is her fault. She wants us to, and she goes, fine, Hisham, you don't have to put a shirt on. I give you permission to turn your camera off. And I don't know what it is, but the moment she said permission, I just had a flashback to Free Pizza Fridays being canceled. And I got filled with such righteous rage. I'm like, you know what, Susan? I don't think it's fair that only I get to turn my camera off. I think that accommodation should be extended to all of my colleagues. And in the corner, all you see is like thumbs up and heart emojis just filling the entire screen. Like, she wants all of this to be over, like now. So she's like, fine. Moving forward, if you want to have your cameras, and she didn't even finish the sentence, it just went black, until there was her dumb face in the middle. And to her credit, she finished the meeting. I turned off Zoom. I immediately put a shirt on because I was going to get fired. But nothing happened. I emailed Cameron immediately. He goes, no, I don't have anything from HR. Wednesday turned into Friday. Friday turned into December. December just turned into a brand new year. And I moved on with my life. Until April 13th, 2023, during Hisham's 5th annual performance review at CIBC. It's supposed to be a 30-minute one-on-one to talk about goals and professionalism, and it was a 15-second meeting with Cameron Rule, my boss. He's like, keep up the good work. Everyone loves the bald joke. See you next year. That was it. And just before he hits exit, a little bubble pops up, and it says, S. Hebert. Cameron's like, oh, God damn it, it's Susan. I'm like, what do we do? He goes, well, first, both of us are going to put our shirts on. So we did. And he pops up, and I got to be honest, Susan looked super nice. She had a blowout. She's got nice makeup, wearing a really crisp pantsuit. She's sitting in front of this beautiful bookcase filled with leather books she for sure has never read. She's like, Cameron, are we done Hisham's performance review? So no, we got a couple minutes left. She goes, I'd like to say something for the record. He goes, yeah, sure. And she started yelling at me about how I embarrassed her during the November incident. And it had been so long, I literally said, what incident? She did not like that at all. She talked about how I insulted her. All her employees don't like her anymore. She lost credibility with the office. No one liked her anymore. And in my head, I'm like, no one's ever liked you. Like this is coming to the front. Do you not remember canceling free pizza Fridays? And she ends it with, Cameron, I want you to put an official letter of reprimand on Hisham's record for embarrassing me like he did during that meeting. And then Cameron looks at me, and then her, then me, and then back at her. And he goes, are you kidding me? He changed CIBC policy by himself. We don't need to be on camera. Cameras, that's leadership potential. Long story short, I'm now taking part in the 2-year CIBC Executive Management Business Training course. Yes, thank you. I'm being fast-tracked to becoming a VP of Sales, and my first official act will be to fire Susan Ebert, HR manager. Not for long. I'm selling I Hate Susan t-shirts after the show. All proceeds go to destroying her. You guys are all right. Joke number 3. Who here loves their mom? This side, yes. This side, all orphans. That's sad. Ladies, come on out. It's just all your moms. I got a real classic immigrant mom. I love her to death. She's my favorite person. But she's like classic immigrant mom. She's a black Muslim, single mother, African refugee, all at the same time forever, okay? She's playing life on hard mode. When God was handing out disadvantages, he's like, hey, pick one. My mom went, all of them. Like, she doesn't give a shit. People are like, what's your mom's whole vibe like? I'm like, imagine the rapper Ice Cube wearing a hijab. That's my mom's entire vibe, okay? She hasn't blinked since the Clinton administration. It's just so real. She's like a no-nonsense woman, but like, ever since like lockdown, she like retired during lockdown, and like, it's been a complete 180. My mom is now like in the middle of like an eat, pray, love adventure, and it does not make any kind of sense. First day of retirement, do you know what she does? She hacked my Amazon Prime account and started buying herself stuff, but didn't know I got the receipts. So I just woke up one day to like 17 like purchases in my email. I called her, I'm like, Mama, you know this is technically theft. She goes, no, this is present from my son. Click, that's the whole call. And I started looking through, I'm like, oh, I wonder what my mom bought. First thing she'd bought was 5 black matching Adidas tracksuits and then 5 sports hijabs to match. Now she looks like the most halal Russian gangster you've ever seen. And then she's like on a health kick, so she's like doing a lot of running, and she takes like WhatsApp videos of her jogging, and like, I tried to hype her up, but I keep forgetting my mom doesn't understand pop culture. Because I told her, I'm like, Mom, you're just like Rocky, like from the movies. But my mom thought I was insulting her. She just sent me a video back being like, Hisham, I am not rock, I am mountain. And then just her jogging again. And like, things have kind of spiraled out of control, at least from the kids' perspective. My mom's living her dream. Last summer, I went to go visit her. She's out in Ottawa. All my sisters live internationally. I'm the only kid in Canada. I go visit her every once in a while. And in the middle of dinner, my mom paused, turned to me, and just went, Hisham, I want a companion. And the first thought to go through my head was, is my mom asking for help to hook up? Is this my obligation as the firstborn and only Muslim son to be my mom's wingman? Just hear me out, okay? I wanted to find my mom a good Muslim husband, okay? But there's not like a dating app for it or anything. So this was my big plan. Just hear me out. It's the sun trying, okay? This is my plan to find my mom a Muslim husband. I was just gonna call a couple of Ubers to the house. Just see if they were good dudes, you know what I mean? If you call an Uber, there's a 90% chance he's a Muslim, okay? Doesn't matter, he's Chinese, Mexican, Australian, Muslim, all right? There's a rating system built into the app. Give me 1 star for bad boy, you know what I mean? I was so confused. I'm like, Mom, do you want a husband? She goes, no, men are trash. I want dog. I'm like, are you having a stroke right now? She takes showers with the hijab on. I'm like, this is the least how, and you want a dog? She goes, yes. I'm like, okay. I come from a conservative African Muslim family. I've never owned an animal that we didn't eat later, okay? There's no recreational pets. This is protein, bro. You know what I mean? So I'm like, what do I, and then so I just started calling all my white friends for advice on for dogs and stuff. And they gave me some good advice. You want to get a younger dog, make sure they're spayed and neutered, pre-existing health conditions. And I'm like, okay. And again, never owned a dog in my life. So I just Googled, where do dogs grow? And like the Humane Society popped up. I'm like, okay, yeah, this seems it. And so we get there, and I'm trying to explain to my mom stuff on the car. I'm like, do you know how you're going to pick the dog? She goes, yes, I have tests. This was my mom's entire test, okay? She would find a dog. She would square up and just go, ah! And if the dog flinched, she would go, pathetic, and then move on to the next one. I asked her why. She goes, I need strong dog to protect me from my enemies. Which for all I know is the drive-thru lady at the Tim Hortons. That's it. That's her only enemy. Ah! Ah! Every dog's like, who is this ninja screaming at us? We do 37 dogs in the West End. We get in the car. We drive an hour and a half to East End, Ottawa. And as we're walking in, there's that little, volunteer high school kid at the front desk, blue hair, million piercings. And she's on the phone. And as me and my mom walked by her, I literally heard her say, they're here. And they called ahead. It's my mom. Screaming at dogs. Finally, we find this beautiful 12-year-old German Shepherd named Jasper. He's a senior dog. I didn't know this. People don't want old dogs, so he was just going to live there until he passed away. It's very sad. And my mom literally, she could smell a predator. And she leans down, looks at the dog, goes, ah! And this dog immediately starts barking back at my mom. No hesitation. Ah, what the f*** did you say to me? Ah! And my mom has this big smile on her face. She goes, he is strong, I take. That was it. And the lady opens up. She goes, you want a leash? She goes, no. Where I go, he will follow. And he did. And she just walked. So right beside her, I'm trailing behind. I'm like, what the hell? We get to the car. I don't know, I didn't know you're supposed to have a crate to put the dog in. I was just trying to put the seatbelt on him the entire time. But mom's like, no, it's okay. I would hold him in the back. So I'm driving back. My mom's in the back, and he's whining and so happy. He's looking at her face. He's free from his prison. He's gonna have a wonderful life. And mom's so happy, and I could hear her say, she doesn't know I heard her say, but she's hugging the dog. He's looking at her face. She's laughing. I literally heard her say in Arabic, you are my new son. What am I, furniture? Don't clap at that! You monster. And I got dropped in the car, and as I'm walking in, my mom goes, hey, go to Airbnb, go. She's done with me. And I'm like, well, do you want me to buy you anything? We go to PetSmart. She goes, it's okay. I get to the Airbnb, I fall asleep. I wake up 9 o'clock, I take a porter flight back to Toronto, I land, I open my Gmail, blah, 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 blah. My mom has just bought this dog $800 worth of things on my credit card. She got him a crate, she got him a leash, she got him halal dog biscuits, okay? Bacon flavored, but not made of bacon. And I don't see my mom for a whole year. We got the dog last year, 23 in March. I literally saw her again. I did another gig in Ottawa. Went to go visit her. I give her a big hug. She's chilling on the couch. And there's my brother. Just laying on the carpet. He's 20 pounds heavier. My mom's feeding him East African food. He's so healthy. He's literally sleeping in a sunbeam. This guy is living the freaking dream, okay? I'm like, come here, Jasper. Come here. Completely ignoring me. Like the piece of shit brother he is. She goes, it's okay. Kalb. And he looks at her. She goes, Tal. And he walks over. She goes, Ijlis. And he sits down. And I'm like, did you train the dog in Arabic? She goes, yes, of course. I'm like, why? And this is the most gangster thing I've ever heard anyone say. She goes, so no one else can control my dog? And she goes, look. I'm like, what? She goes, assalamu alaikum. And he gives a paw to say hello. Like, this dog's a better Muslim than me. And he's kind of excited to see me because I'm obviously giving him treats. And she goes, take your brother for a walk. I was like, yeah, I'll take my brother for a walk. So I put a leash on him, and I'm trying to take him out. I'm like, come here, Jasper, come here. And he's looking at me super confused. He keeps looking at my mom, and he's looking confused. And she goes, his name is no more Jasper. I'm like, what? She goes, he is Muslim, so I give him new strong Muslim name. I'm like, what's his name now? She goes, Jihad. I'm like, no! Like, complete sense. Imagine my mom at a dog park. Jihad! Just white people diving out of the way. My mom's like, I'm not stupid. Inside Jihad, outside Gigi. No problem. I asked her if he sleeps in the same bed with her. She goes, no, that is disgusting. I'm like, where does he sleep now? She goes, your bed. Final joke. This is my favorite story to tell about my mom. My mom is my hero. She's a real chill lady, and I appreciate her and everything. But it's so funny trying to explain to her I'm a stand-up comedian. I've been doing it for 8 years now, and my mom found out about 2 years ago because I got nominated for a Juno, and they're going to see my face on the news. Okay, I was getting interviewed at CTV Ottawa Morning. It's literally the news we grew up on watching, and I didn't want to tell her because I just wanted her to be surprised because just half asleep, just seeing my face on the TV. But my sisters are like, no, you have to tell her. I'm like, why? She goes, our mom doesn't understand what comedy is. Okay, me telling her I'm a comedian is like telling her I'm a professional juggler. Okay, she just gives me a hug and says, when are you going back to school? Okay, that's it. Like, and she goes, my sisters are like, you have to give her a heads up. I'm like, why? She goes, my sister's so real. She goes, imagine our mom, like the coffee hasn't hit, she's half asleep, waking up at 6 o'clock in the morning, turning it on, and just sees your face on the morning news. Her first thought isn't, oh, my son must have won an award. Her first thought's gonna be, he joined ISIS, like 100%. And then number 8 is, you joined a comedian. I'm like, oh, okay. So, because growing up, I'd be like, I'd be like, Mama, my dream is to be a comedian. She'd be like, Hisham, dreams are for sleep. Like, she's a very hard, very tough woman. And I told her, I'm like, yo, Mama, your boys did okay though? I got nominated for a Juno. She goes, what is Juno? I'm like, it's a Canadian Grammy. And complete earnestness, she just went, why not real Grammy? Okay? I guess she's just trying her best. She's trying her best. But it's so funny because she doesn't get stand-up comedy at all. But her favorite actor is Jerry Seinfeld. My mom is obsessed with Seinfeld, and it's completely my fault. Okay? 3 years ago, I forgot about Muslim Christmas, and I got a text from my mom being like, where are you, and where is my present? I was like, oh, shoot, and I panicked. And my sisters had bought gifts separately. I was like, hey, can I get on that? They're like, no. I'm like, okay. So I did a quick stop at Walmart because I needed something very quick, and it was the closest store to my mom's place in Ottawa. And I'm panicking. I'm neck deep in that discount bin, desperately hoping there's like a diamond necklace at the bottom for $9.99. But instead of a diamond necklace, I found the entire DVD box set series of Seinfeld. Okay, it's that one where all the DVD covers line up so it looks like a picture of Seinfeld. It's a classic, all 9 seasons. And I immediately, in the Uber, I'm like wrapping it up. And the Uber driver's Somalian, and he sees me, and I can see the disappointment in his eyes because he knew what was up. And I'm wrapping it, and I get in, and like, this is the thing. My sisters, I am my mom's favorite, and yes, she does say this out loud to our faces, okay? So my sisters are trying to usurp first position from me. One of my sisters got her a 2-day spa weekend, and my other sister, and this was a flex, got her brand new winter tires, okay? And then there's me in the corner being like, oh, fuck, you know? I gave my present to my mom, and here's the thing. My mom loves me so much that she thought it was a real gift. So she opens it up and sees it. She goes, okay, Hisham, I will watch your ha-ha-ha. And my mom watched every episode from every season like her citizenship was on the line. And I literally get a call at like 10:30 from my mom at nighttime. My mom has never called me past 7 our entire lives. I assume someone's dead. I pick up the phone, Mom, are you okay? She goes, Hisham, I finished Seinfeld. Thank you. Click, it's a whole call. She became deranged obsessed. It's the only thing she watches now. I'm like, who's your favorite? She goes, George, always up to something. And my sisters taught her how to use Instagram, and now once a week, my mom will just DM me clips of Jerry Seinfeld stand-up, and the caption will always read, "Why can't you be funny like Jerry?" You know? Not even Jerry Seinfeld. They're on a first-name basis with Jerry. And it's been 3 years of this. My sisters love it, mostly because I'm the only one who has to deal with it. So last fall, when I went to go visit her and the dog, we were having dinner, and we're watching Seinfeld, obviously. It's the episode where George is getting choked out by the bubble boy. It's her favorite episode. We're literally just watching TV, and she just pauses, and she goes, "I have a secret to tell you." I'm like, "Yes?" She goes, "For the last 9 months, I have been going to a Seinfeld trivia." I'm like, "Could you please explain this?" Turns out, for the last 9 months, on the very first Sunday of every month, my mom would travel 40 minutes to play Seinfeld trivia at an Irish pub called Gilligan's. I'm like, "Why are you telling me this?" She goes, "Tomorrow is my game. Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Yes." So we literally get a dog sitter, we get in the van, we drive 40 minutes out. My mom is like listening to Quran to like pump herself up for Seinfeld trivia, and we get there, and it is the most beautiful, proper Irish pub. It smelled like Guinness and pee, very authentic. And as we walk in, the entire place is covered in Seinfeld memorabilia. They got posters, they got TVs playing clips. The servers are dressed like Seinfeld characters. Okay, I got served nachos by Kramer. It was wild. And as we walk in, it's university town, so they're like maybe like 120-something hipsters, and then just my mom wearing a nice gown and her her special hijab for the game nights. She got a Star Wars themed hijab. And I asked her why, and she said, "To fit in," okay? And she's been going so regular that everyone's like getting pints at the bar, and my mom walks up, I'm like, "Mom, I want a drink?" And the lady from behind the bar pulls out like a 6-pack of mango juice cans, just hands it to my mom and goes, "Thanks." And she goes back to her table, and we sit down, and when I tell you, there was like maybe 6 or 7 other beautiful oak tables filled with like 8 or 10 hipsters at each one, and it's just me and my mom at the one in the very, very back. I'm like, "Mama, where's your team?" She goes, "Hisham, I am the team." And for 2 hours, I watched my mother brutalize hipsters in Seinfeld trivia. Halfway through, 2 tables quit and joined together in an attempt to defeat my mother. And it did not work. One of them got the snitch. It's like worth 1,000 points. It basically puts you to skyrockets you to first place. My mom's been like, she's like 2,000 points ahead of second place. She's like winning by a landslide. This lady gets it. She pops up. The entire bar loses their mind that someone is finally gonna take my mom down. And my mom is like 3 cans in of mango juice. This is pure sugar. She's vibrating. She goes, "Hisham, look. I'm like, what? She goes, "Excuse me, judge. This is Mamina at table 8. And everyone turns around. No one's blinking. They're just staring at my mom. And my mom goes, "Actually, Kramer covered himself in butter, not margarine. Season 9, episode 1. And then sits down. And all these judges are, and this judge stands up. He goes, "I'm sorry, Monica. Mamina's right. She gets the points instead." And everyone in unison turns to look at my mom and just goes, "Boo!" And my mom, who's the most ruthless person ever, as they're booming, she just does the Michael Jordan shrug. She doesn't give a shit. 45 minutes later, game's over. My mom has won by a 5,000-point landslide. Half the people have left because they've ruined Sunday night for them. The judges all commiserating. This short dude, handlebar mustache, denim vest, he walks up to the podium. He goes, "Ladies and gentlemen, this month's winner of the Seinfeld trivia." I have to! This month's winner, Mamina Kelati. And I'm so excited. I start clapping. I'm the only one. It's dead silence as my mom just stalks through the entire audience, walks up on stage, and is given her award, which is a replica Fusilli Pasta Jerry statue from the TV show that they spray paint gold, and they hand it to my mom, and my mom holds it like a baby, and she goes into the mic and goes, "And now I have 9. And then walked off stage. I'm like, Mama, we have to leave before we get hate crimes. She goes, no, I have one more thing to do. I'm like, what? And so she made me bring in this, those gigantic Walmart tote bags? She dumped it on the table and pulls out this huge Tupperware container. And like 60 people, the rest of the people in the bar get up and they start walking towards us, making a queue, as my mom pulls out from her purse a bunch of napkins from Wendy's. And then just... and then just opens up the Tupperware container, and inside are 100 neatly packed samosas she made the night before. And everyone grabs one and they're like, thanks, Mamina, see you next month. And then just walks away. I watched this in silence for like 2 minutes. And finally I'm like, Mama, none of this makes sense. Why are you giving these people samosas? And my mom just goes, Hisham, where we are from in Africa, you feed the weak. And they all heard, guys. They all heard. Guys, I'm an Hisham. Thank you so much. This is the best ever. I fucking love you guys. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Barkeep, I'd like a gingerbread. And don't spill that. I won't.